Bang out all the little dents and bruises that it has. It's like the Dexter room, upside down. Anybody's looking at it from that angle, you know how. It's all about the prep work. Alright, so what's been going on with the Buick? The last video was from earlier in the summer. I've been picking away at stuff, and most of that is involved just trying to get the parts that I got down to metal cleaned up and bang out all the little dents and bruises that it has. And I think I'm at the point where I pretty much got it as good as I'm going to be able to get it, and I'm hoping that I'll build up the primer a little bit and it'll hide it. It'll hide, you know, a lot of these scratches and things. Some of these scratches I think are from the factory because they were underneath all the layers of paint. I'm going to cut it off right here, and that'll be the whole cab of the car, and then the hood and the nose and stuff I'll just do in pieces. Really the right thing to do is to blend all this stuff together.
And that's the truth.
I'm going to yank that door off. I got to yank off that support for the A-pillar, tent it, prime it a couple times, come through with some filler and touch up some spots. I did order all the glass for the car, so I have glass stashed everywhere. The doors are going to be a bit of work. This one here, I've spent some time putting some filler and epoxy and into the wood. There is problems down here that I have to address. Well, I've gone ahead and taken the cowl vent out, and it's a real bear to get this out though. Lost a shoulder bolt, which is fantastic. The good news is that we're I think everything here is savable. There's nothing that far gone. So this outer area is a seal, so when we're done we'll pack a gasket down in there. And this inner area is actually a drain. It goes down into that tube right there. It was plugged. It's good now. Alright, we got the Buick scooched over, and I threw a wheel on the other side, and I got this wheel off. Still got a little bit more cleaning up I have to do before I could prime. But we're doing pretty good on space anyways, and I think we're gonna have to replace this tire here. I gotta do another video on what I've been doing with the rims. It's another whole story. Just for fun, you gotta hear this. There's a nice sweet ride for you. It's going away.
Is New Yorkers and upstaters the only ones that go yeah yeah?
No, Massachusetts does too. Yeah.
And I started noticing it, and I'm like, all of a sudden I noticed, oh, I say it too. You want to button this up?
Yeah. It's like the Dexter room, upside down.
I love that show.
I didn't like the way it ended.
I didn't like the way that would do it.
It started getting stupid after a while. Alright, let's take a look. I've gone through and wiped it down as many times as I can, and I've vacuumed the area, and I've started masking some of it off. Today I have to finish masking it off, and I'm going to start laying down the primer. I'm kind of muscling my way through this one because it's starting to get colder out, and I don't really want to try to run the heater and preheat the place and blow all kinds of particles around before I paint. I did try to focus on the areas where rust is going to, creep around corners, like in here. Alright, just a quickie. Starting to put some filler in. I'm more of the put the filler on over the primer school of thought. It's the primer's job to protect the metal, and it's the filler's job to fill the lies. I'm going to try to do this a couple times without getting too much dust in here. And I don't know, just see how that goes. It's all about the prep work. Watch this. That's great for your new paint job. I put 3 coats of the epoxy primer on here, and then I let it set up for a while, and then I block sanded the whole thing. Then I came back through with my filler, and now I'm down to some glazing putty and some wet sanding just to kind of even things out, and I'm going to come back through one more time with the epoxy primer. Probably do a couple more coats of that, then I'm going to do a sealer. Then we can hopefully do some paint and at least have this chunk of the car done. Going to do the doors separate. I hate to do that, but it's just getting too complicated. Taking most of my plastic off the car. I'm going to replace it with new plastic because I did a bunch of sanding. And then what I'm going to do is start up this fan, and I'm just going to blow off the car in the tent area with the air hose. And I'm fairly confident that there's no possible way that this could go wrong. Just getting tired. You can buy a whole pack of these for like, I don't know, 15 bucks or so. Running around there. But unfortunately they don't send you one in Buick size. So I actually think this one is probably gonna be more use to me if I do a little bit of trimming on it. And that's about all I really need. Because all I want to do, I got some lines in here from me sanding it, and I just need something I can go like this with a little bit better. And I don't think I'll get rid of them, but really the only goal here is just to kind of fool the eye from seeing them, make them so they don't pop right out at you. Again, this is not Body Shop 101. I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. I mean, I got a kind of idea how the steps go, but that's it. When I was a kid, I worked at this wrecking yard. They used to do body work, so I got a little bit of, I got to see some of the stuff firsthand there. But I was wrenching. I wasn't working in the paint area. They'd have me doing prep work and stuff like that. So I guess on that level. But that's about it. And unfortunately with this primer, the only way to really know if you got it is to just kind of dry it and wipe it dry and wait till it kind of turns chalky colored. And then you know. But like right now it looks perfect. When it dries, it might not be done. So I'm not going to really like obsess about the underside of this thing. If anybody's looking at it from that angle, you can go to hell. You can register a complaint with our complaint department at bluick.com. Which, by the way, I happen to be the proud owner of. Yeah. Turns out they're really cheap to do that.
You've been watching Bluick. Don't forget to tune in next time to watch 78 Chuck ruin all of his hard work with an inferior paint job. Can our hero save the day, or will this be the end of Bluick? There's only one way to find out. Make sure you're subscribed and the kids are too. Get grandma in the mix. There's no reason she shouldn't be watching this too. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you again really soon. Unless 78 Chuck's computer blows up.